G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, and today tomorrow I'm going to be smoking my first ever brisket, or beef brisket to be exact. Now with this brisket I'm going to be cooking it tomorrow at say 200 and goes anywhere between 225 250. I'm going to put it on 250, and it's for every pound it's 1.5 hours. And then I want the internal temperature to be either, I'm not quite sure if I want a pulled part one or I want to say 185 or 195. I'm probably looking around about 195 internal temperature, and then we'll go from there. But this morning we're going to basically, we've let her defrost. Just let it naturally defrost, and I'm going to be using two seasonings on this one. I'm going to be using the Texas barbecue seasoning to start with. This will give this a nice salty flavour, and that will penetrate into the meat and everything. I'm not going to touch the fat at all, because that's going to help, that will render down and help with the flavour and all that. Then I'm going to use a dry rubber, pork dry rubber, because I do like the flavour of this one. So first of all, we're going to have a quick, get her open it, so have a look at it. Now I've got this on the butcher. I don't think I'm going to need to do any trimming whatsoever. You can see it's been nicely trimmed here. The fat cap itself, which we'll start on, because we're going to basically put it on this side, is, if you look at it, it's still pretty good. That's still got a bit of fat on there. That's going to help with the flavour of the brisket. So I'm not quite sure if I'll do a fat cap side down or fat cap side up. So that's the question. See, a lot of people recommend fat cap side up, because then of course the fat, it goes into the meat. And then other people who are professional smokers say, you don't put a fat cap side up at all. It's just it doesn't work, right? It doesn't drip into the meat. So it comes under your smoker, I think. Like, honestly, I want this to smoke really well. Alright, so in the heat of the smoker I use, right, comes from the bottom. So yeah, the flavour will go into the meat, but I'm going to be cooking it from the bottom with the flavour, like with the fat down. Like some of this will be, it's probably useless, but I'll just let it sit there because it'll add flavour. And it'll be slowly smoked on Saturday morning, at least 8 hours, maybe longer. Depends when we get that internal temperature. And then we'll go from there. It's not as big as the ones they do in the competition ones and the ones I've seen online, but I'm quite happy with it. This will do for a meal. I'm doing it. There's a gentleman's birthday, 90-year-old. He turns 90-year-old Saturday, and I want to do a nice smoked brisket for him, and hopefully it can come out tender, flavoursome, and perfect. That's my whole theory. That's what I want to try to do. That's why I'm marinating it now. It will sit literally in the fridge all day today. Tonight it will sit in the fridge and just happily marinate. And that's what I want to try to achieve. You can tell it's a nice cut of meat. Already I'm feeling this meat, and it is a really nice cut of meat from the butcher. I think you need sometimes 4 hands when you're doing this. I will probably put some more on in the morning. Tomorrow morning I'll put more seasoning. I'll take it out, unwrap it, put more seasoning on it, and get the smoker ready. So get this up to room temperature. I really want all these flavours to penetrate and give this a nice bark. I probably will do the fat cap side down. More this one again. This will help draw out any moisture and just penetrate that meat. So that looks perfect. Try to get off the gloves as much as possible. Yeah, but as I said before, that fat cap, I don't think it needs any trimming. It will also protect the meat when I'm smoking it. So, next step, we'll basically glad wrap it. Might do 2 pieces. And tomorrow morning this will go into the smoker. That's that done. I do hope you like this video, so please subscribe. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you the temperature, show you the two I use, the Texas T-bone. Even though it's a pork rub, it is quite nice on beef as well. Welcome back. Now, I've got the smoker on, that's ticking over. As you can see, it's at the moment 58 Fahrenheit. I want to get that up to 250. I've got this out now to basically, let's drop that 57 again, but there we go. And as soon as that hits 250, we'll take this out and drop it straight into there. I'll put the internal temperature also in about 185 to maybe 190. 195 at the max. That's when we're taking out, basically wrapping the silver foil and put it into an esky. So I don't know where, probably insert, I don't know where I'm going to insert that in here. So just leave that the way. We've got our 2 rubs again. The Texas one and that one there. And now this has been sitting overnight in the fridge. So first of all, just give another rub. Let's see how this will just basically is just adding extra flavour back in, like onto it, and adding the bark. So when I'm cooking it, I'll do that side a lot later again because I want to put it on the fat side first. Yeah, you can see all that flavour there. This just adds the extra salt in and whatnot, and yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm not going to go overboard with it. I just want to get the extra bark into it and extra flavour. I want this fat to render really right down so it becomes gelatinous. And so about, say, 5 o'clock, hopefully tonight, we're going to let it try to go for 8 hours. And 5 o'clock we're just going to let this by then I think 5 o'clock is after 8 hours, or just on 8 hours. Yeah, it's just after 9 now. It should be ready. It's not as thick as the ones I've seen, so I'm hoping 8 hours would be perfect time to cook this one. You can see all the flavours running off. But this should come out absolutely perfect. Now I've just got to wait for the temperature to increase. Don't want to rub it off the beef. Now I've got to figure out where I'd say the best part to stick it in would be in here, I'd say. The probe, because this seems to be the thickest part of the whole lot. But that's, just smells fantastic. You could eat it as is. But that's that done. There's not much more I can do about this. And when the temperature comes up, we'll just throw it into the smoker, and we'll see how she's going. Okay, welcome back. Now we've got our beef down there, our brisket. Now this is a second attempt because for some strange reason it failed. I don't know why it failed. Maybe because I didn't turn it on with the phone, and that might be it. Next time I might have everything turned on. Now it's got that. And we've programmed it to 250, just to confirm that setting. And let's see what it does. Yep. So this is how she looks hooked up to everything. Oh, this time it's working now. I'm just going to wait for the temperature to get up to gauge. Now this is the power point I've got plugged up to here. You see now the smoke's coming out. Now she's working really well. And pretty much all you have to do, I could put this anywhere. I could put this into the driveway if I wanted to, almost, with that extension lead. And then the temperature gauge up there, which I'll plug in as well. And yeah, that's the worm farm next to it. We'll zoom in and yeah, we'll throw this bit of meat in as soon as that gets to 250. Shouldn't take too long now, I hope. Okay, welcome back. Now you can see it's working properly. It's almost at 250, so we're going to throw that in when it hits 250. It's about 9:25 in the morning, so I'm hoping this small piece should take about 8 hours at the most at 250. So throw this in, then we'll put the temperature gauge in as well for the meat as well. Put that straight in the centre. I want to put this in too. Thinking just here. So, put it smack bang in the centre. So now that's in, and all we do now is we're going to basically let that smoke, keep an eye on the temperature. I'll set the internal temperature now, which I think 185, 190, I want it probably taken out about 190. So the internal temperature at the moment is, since it's cold, it's only 48, 47, and that's gone up because I've left the door open so long. So first of all, we'll put the timer on. So we've got a countdown now. And I will set the temperature. This is how easy it is. You can adjust it with your fingers there, or you can just clear it like this. And we'll want to say 185, and you just go confirm, and that's it. All right. And now that's set for 185. Now I don't have to worry about this. I just turn this on every now and then, and where it depends on where I am. Turn this on every now and then and just have a look at how long it's been running for, what the internal temperature is, what the grill temperature is, and yeah, well, we'll get this other stuff cleaned up and gonna make some videos of the lake and the ocean, and also hang washing up and feed some birds. We'll keep going. So we'll check it every hour. I want to probably have a look at, just gonna have a look on my phone and just keep an eye on those temperatures. In probably about 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, I'll check it. The meat itself, 4 hours at the latest, and it all depends on the internal temperature, and we'll go from there. I mean the food temperature, that's why I call it the internal temperature. Okay, welcome back. Now, she's been running for almost 4.5 hours. Alright, the internal temperature is 182. So what I want to do is have a quick check of this one. And I'm thinking of turning it over and letting it run for another 4 hours. I've got the silver foil up here, but I'm not going to use it just yet. I want to, I'll let that rest pretty much only for about an hour or so. Saying it's 180, 190. Let's try to put it there. 169, 170. Well, that's pretty much how I expect it to be. Now I'm going to turn this over. I love the crust on this so far, it looks fantastic. See all that fat there. And now we're just going to let that cook. And if once it hits that internal temperature of say 185, I'll turn down the temperature probably about to say probably 200 and try to keep the temperature around about 185. I actually might do, yeah, I might turn down to 200 now. Okay. I do like these food handling gloves. They're brilliant. So, now, get back on the mountain grill. So we're sitting at 250 or 249. The internal temperature is still 182. It's got a nice bark to it. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to change that to say 200. So we don't need it that long. So we just take that 0 off. Take the 5 off, sorry, and make it 0. And let that confirm. This will give it more smoke into it, more smoky flavour into it. And I'll just keep an eye on this temperature here. If it does, I'll increase it later, so I know that I've done that. So we just let it get smoke and let it do its thing. I don't want it to go over the 185, I want it perfect inside. Some parts are probably a bit warm and the other parts are about 190, so I'm pretty much certain this is pretty cooked. But I'm gonna, I don't like wrapping it up in silver foil and putting it back in there. I'll just turn the temperature down, let the smoke come into it, and probably 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when I'm hoping, I can then take it out, wrap it up into silver foil, wrap it with a towel, and then put it into the cooler for about an hour and just let it sit there and turn juices, and then when about 6 o'clock walk across the road and we'll have tea. That's the theory, but let's have a quick look up. Looks absolutely beautiful. I shouldn't really do this, but oh, that looks fantastic. I'm gonna eat it now, but I won't. Ah well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe. Okay, welcome back. Now I'm going to test this one out. I've never used this one before, so we'll give a quick test out. I'll put that in there, I'll put the other one in as well. I'm hoping it's going to turn out okay. I think it could go a bit longer. it's giving us a reading of 'okay, it's over that one, so let's test. It's 178, 181. We'll let that go and we'll see what it says. It feels a lot softer. And we'll quickly test this one out. So it's 185. Now, I've never used this one before. I just chucked it in, turned it on, see how it goes. You can stop temperatures, I think, alarm on it and everything else. But all I really want is the internal temperature, so I know what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at 185, even though this is saying it's 176. See, a lot of difference. Now this one here, I'll put that into there and we'll just close that for a second. I'll leave this one plugged in and it's saying it's 187, even though the temperatures, I'm getting 3 different temperatures from 3 different probes. That's 174, and it's in a pretty thick part of the beef there. Let's go 100, let that cool down now. Let's go 108, that's a bit higher here. But I think it looks good. It smells fantastic. Yeah. So these two do vary in temperature. Right, with the phone in that as well, and that's saying it's 175 still, and that's going up to 189. So what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on that as well, and I'll probably take this out soon. I reckon it's ready. You can see where I put the probe in. Maybe if I put that in a different spot. And it's very hot. I'll try this in a different spot and then we'll see how it goes. Because I've got to wrap it. I want to wrap this with the towel and silver foil and put it into the esky and let that sit for at least an hour. Still got a bit of resistance, so still got a bit of resistance in there, so I might leave that in there. Give those gloves a quick wash. Let's have a look at the internal temperature now. Well, that's sitting on 171. That's saying it's 176. I'm still going to smoke this for at least 1 more hour, maybe 2. Like it's currently 3:30 now, so a half hour before 4 o'clock. So 1.5 hours I'll smoke it for, and that would be perfect time. Put this one in there. Get my plug back on. 3 are the probes. I have to admit, it's what a beautiful bark on it. Let's have a look at that one. 173. So, got 107. But now it's gone up to 165, 175, and 173. Oh, that's hot. I'm not going to worry about this one. We'll just test it and see how it goes. And yeah, we'll look at it as just before I wrap it. We'll have a quick look at it, and we'll carve it up there. We'll get them to carve it all up when it's all ready to carve. And I'll try and get some shots of it on the camera. Okay, welcome back. Now, we've been smoking this brisket for 6 hours and 44 minutes or so. Now the internal temperature on this thing is still saying it's 177, which is not too bad. I guess about 178. This one's going to 178. We figured out how to set all this up so we can actually have the internal temperature. So I'm thinking, we'll have a quick look at it. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I got a bad habit doing this, having a look at things. But it's part of the fun. I'm thinking of taking it out now and resting it for about an hour and 40 minutes. Because I think that may or may not be cooked. I think it looks beautiful. I think that could be, it's cooked all the way through, I reckon. I don't know. That does look really nice. So what I might try to do is going to be food handling gloves. These things are worth the weight in gold. Alright, all you have to do is give them a quick rinse, and you get all the stuff off with a bit of hot water or something like that underneath the tap, and you're perfect. Now what I want to try to do here is I'm going to try to grab one of the probes and put it into the meat and see how tender that meat is. That's the, I'll take it out and put it back in. Other glove on. Yeah, what I might do is take that out. I think she's ready. Yeah, she's going in like soft, like poking soft butter. So I could leave it a bit longer at lower temperature, but I'm quite happy with it at the moment. So yeah, I think that's perfect. This problem is bigger than the thing. So let's put this one all the way through into here. That's giving me a warning. Something's giving me a warning. Yeah, I think that's ready. I'm not going to worry about the temperature gauge. And I'll turn this off. I'll wrap this up now. And we'll turn it off. Take the gloves off. I'll fix all them up later. Crust on it looks really nice. I
lift it up so you can have a quick look at it before I wrap it up. But that looks really nice, and that's extremely hot. So wrap up in 3 pieces of silver foil. Now the whole idea is to keep this now just cooking its own juices, let it sit there and steam, and hopefully that is perfect. So when we carve it up, it's going to be perfectly tender and juicy. That's the theory behind it. And now that will go into my esky. Now next one I'll show you is probably photos of the beef probably cut up. Well, anyway, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.